In a small, forgotten town, hidden away from prying eyes, there stood an old farmhouse. It was the kind of place everyone whispered about, but no one dared to visit. Overgrown weeds wrapped around the decaying wooden walls, and shattered windows stared out like hollow eyes. Locals claimed that eerie sounds and ghostly lights haunted the property every night, but few could recall exactly why the farmhouse had such a sinister reputation. Years ago, the family that once lived there had vanished without a trace. They were last seen on a cold autumn evening, preparing for the upcoming harvest. But by morning they were gone, leaving behind only an eerie silence and half-finished chores. The townsfolk searched the property, but all they found were strange symbols carved into the walls and a chilling cold that permeated every room. One autumn evening, a young man named Tom, curious and thrill-seeking, decided he would be the one to uncover the farmhouse's dark secrets. Armed with nothing more than a flashlight and a small camera, he set out to explore the abandoned property. As he stepped inside, he felt the air thicken around him, heavy with a sense of foreboding. The flashlight flickered, casting shadows that seemed to shift and twist on their own. Tom wandered through the dust-laden rooms, each one filled with forgotten relics of the past. Rusted farm tools, a rocking chair that creaked as if moved by invisible hands, and faded family photos that seemed to watch his every step. The deeper he ventured, the more the farmhouse seemed to come alive, as though it were a living entity, breathing and watching his every move. Suddenly, Tom heard faint whispers, like the distant echoes of a ghostly conversation. He froze, listening as the whispers grew louder, overlapping into a chaotic chorus of voices. They seemed to be calling his name, urging him deeper into the house. Drawn by an inexplicable pull, he followed the sounds to the basement door, which was slightly ajar, revealing a staircase descending into darkness. Against his better judgment, Tom stepped down into the basement, where the air was icy and smelled of decay. His flashlight flickered again, and for a moment he thought he saw shadows moving at the edges of the light. But when he reached the bottom, he found only silence, thick and oppressive. Just as he turned to leave, the basement door slammed shut, plunging him into total darkness. Panic surged as he banged on the door, but it wouldn't budge. Then he felt something cold brush against his arm, a ghostly hand gripping him with a force that chilled him to the bone. The whispers returned, now louder, more insistent, filling his mind with dreadful visions of what had happened to the family long ago. The last thing Tom saw was a pair of glowing eyes in the darkness, watching him with a sinister intent. His flashlight went out, and the farmhouse fell silent once more, as though it had claimed yet another soul to its dark, endless hunger.